I'm going to go ahead and call this work session to order. What do you have for us today?
Okay, so in you approving the Skirvin agreement and the Washington Township Water Agreement, we have worked diligently to keep Sample Road into this letting of this fiscal year. I had a meeting with NDOT last week to show, how much the utility cost had gone up on the project. We worked through all the numbers and the contracts on Thursday. So NDOT stepped up again, and they went ahead and programmed another $3 million to the Sample Road project to keep it in this fiscal year. My problem is, I knew 2021 was going to be a tough year with all of these old projects going to construction in 1 year. When you have the utility reimbursement agreements, those are paid upfront 100%. We are then reimbursed 80% of that from NDOT. The remainder 20% is allocated from our highway funds, local road and street typically. So those 100% agreements will have to be paid, say October of 2021. That is at a ticket of about $3 million. I don't have that kind of money sitting in a budget to just shell out $3 million to wait for reimbursement of the 80%. So back when I agreed to construct Hunters Creek Road and Sample Road, all the phases in 1 year, it was suggested that maybe the council rainy day fund could assist. So I'm just reaching out to you guys for support that I want to move ahead and discuss with the council, discuss with my liaison of if they would be willing to do, and the auditor, if they would be willing to work with me this fall of appropriating from the rainy day fund, knowing that they will get the 80% reimbursement. I can show them it's programmed, and they would get that, and they would get that paid back within about 30 to 60 day period. The only thing we wait on, we pay the utility company. As soon as we get a canceled check from the treasurer, we submit it to NDOT and they give it back to us within 30 days. That money would go back into the rainy day fund. So it's kind of like a upfront loan and then paying it back. But I just need that to keep the project, which Sample Road phase 1 and 2 is almost $10 million construction project. NDOT stepped up to keep it into this fiscal year, and I am doing everything I can on my end to keep that going and not move that project out. So I'm just here to ask for your support if there's questions, and if you're okay if I try that route. Otherwise, one of those phases would have to be moved out, and there's no promise of when we would ever get that funding back.
Yeah.
I know it's a big I know it's a big request. But
I don't think it is at all. I think this is a good way to use rainy day funding because it's not earmarked for anything else right now. So
and it would all come back. So
yeah. So would you just borrow from rainy day the 80% and then
I guess I'd work out what was easiest with the auditor and the council. If I have which I will be bringing to you in the next 2 weeks, all these utility agreements for the west side that equal about 3.2 million. I don't know if it's easier to just program that with the rainy day fund, and then the whole 80% goes back, and then out of our local road and street, start transferring funds back into rainy day for our 20% portion.
Yeah. Okay. Any other comments, questions? You have my support. That's easy peasy.
Yes. Yeah. Well, especially hearing that we don't know if we might get the funding at a later point in time. Makes the decision very easy.
That's very true. When I met with Kathy Eat-McAuliffe and my program manager last week on this project, because I'm sure they're tired of me asking for more money, but she said that, if I can keep it in this fiscal year, she had come up with some extra federal highway money. That's why they were able to allocate the extra. I mean, they've given that project an extra 3.2 million themselves just over the last week, just due to the utility costs and everything going up. So yeah, it's just, if you move it out, construction's going to cost more, and you're not promised. It won't be the next year. She has no money in the fiscal year 2022. So
yeah. And obviously the auditor would check in with State Board of Accounts to make sure that this is legit and everything else. Yeah. Okay. Excellent. No, I totally support it. Whatever you need from us, just let us
Okay.
know. And
I appreciate it. It just kind of came to light in the last week or two or at the last week. And with you guys approving the agreements today, then I know we can move forward to get it to letting. But so, yeah, I have a little road ahead of me, but I knew this was going to be a tough year for all these projects and funding, but we are going to do everything in our power to make it work.
yeah, it seems like a smart way to use the rainy day funds. It really does. So
Yeah, knowing the money is programmed within DOT, that 80% is coming right back. It's just that 30, 60 day window. I could ask for partial payments from the water company and then get it and put it into our fund and then have to go for an additional, and that would be a nightmare. So
yeah, that would be, yeah.
okay,
Okay,
I
very
appreciate
good.
it.
Thank you so much, Ms. Ridge. Let's see if there are any other department heads that have an update for us. Anything for us, Angie? Ms. Purdy?
Nope. Sorry, I got you. Yep, there you are. No, I have not been contacted by anybody else. I think this is it.
Okay, really good. Anything else for us?
I would just note for next week that we will have the Cume Cap and Major Bridge Fund review of the tax rates. We'll have that as a public hearing next week. Just kind of put it on your calendar. It's fairly routine, but even fairly routine things these days seem not routine anymore.
Okay. Looks like Ms. Elftman is here from Veterans Services. Good morning.
Good morning, commissioners. How are you today?
Well, how about you?
Good. I wanted to let you folks know that I will be resigning my position. Yeah, I know, sorry. Effective April 1st. I will be submitting my formal letter of resignation this afternoon. Sorry to kind of catch y'all off guard, but I felt it was important that I tell you personally how much I appreciate everything that you've always done for me and the support that I've received from everybody whose faces I'm looking at, including you, Angie, and those people who are listening and I can't see your faces. So it's a little scary for me because I don't plan to go back to work anywhere. But I wanted to let you know, and I wanted to tell you personally, so you weren't just blindsided by my letter of resignation. Thank you for everything you've ever done for me.
Oh, thank you, Ms. Elfman. You're amazing, and it's sad for us, and it's sad for Monroe County. And we thank you for your dedication to our veterans and their needs in our community. Anyone
Thank
have
you.
anything else
Yeah,
to add?
I just want to wish you best of luck in whatever it is you decide to do. While it's a little intimidating, it sounds a little exciting also. So I hope things go really well for you. Thank you so much for your service to our county.
Thank you, Commissioner Jones. Thank you.
And while I'm surprised, I think, like Commissioner Jones, maybe this is a new beginning, but I want to point out that you didn't just serve the veterans, you also worked really hard on like the Alexander Memorial. You went above and beyond on so many things all the time. So thank you.
Well, and unfortunately for y'all, I'm still probably going to keep my fingers in that Alexander Memorial to see it through to fruition, because there's just backing out at this point is not fair to the committee. It's not fair to you, and it's definitely not fair to the memorial. So Commissioner Thomas, Githens, Jones, thank you so much for everything you've ever done for me.
Thank you. We're
You too,
sad,
Angie.
but we're excited for you. I think whatever you've got planned, we're excited for you. So thank you for everything.
My
Yeah.
plan is to lay around and get fat. So
Awesome.
wish me luck there.
And
Awesome.
you're going
Good luck.
to collect ugly Christmas sweaters too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Why is that I think of you, Mary, every time I see an ugly Christmas sweater?
Hey, everybody has to leave their mark on society. That would be mine.
Hmm.
Love it. Love it. Excellent. Wow, it's shocking and sad and but yeah, we're
I am
grateful.
also willing to assist you to find my successor if you would like that assistance.
Yeah,
Your call.
sounds good. Thank you so much. We appreciate you.
Thank
Oh,
you.
sigh, heavy heart. All right. Looks like we don't have any other department heads for an update. All right. Thank you, everyone. Our work session
Yeah,
is,
I think Mr. Shelton wanted to say something.
well, the hand's not raised anymore.
Sorry,
Yeah, we're good.
I hadn't looked. Yeah.
All right. Thank you. Thanks, everyone. We're adjourned.